Have y'all talked about like the concept of flat Earth? I am definitely not saying that the Earth is flat. All I'm saying is that a lot of times in civilization, we just respect the elders. Like, hey, don't eat that. Like, already 4 cousins died from that. Like, don't eat that. Like, I don't need to sit here. Like, I just trust it, right? So that's kind of how we take that, right? We take it as gospel. We took 9 planets in the solar system and the Earth revolving around. I mean, did y'all ever really put any thought into it? Just memorize what they told you.
No, someone could be wrong. What's up, y'all? This is the Grind and Prosper podcast, elevated edition, episode number 4. Say I'm just here. I'm spot taking right now. Say I'm gonna kick it off to my boy Joey.
Yeah, what up, y'all, man? We just came on here again on another round.
Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? OT, here. We got AJ here today with us. From Shirley Roofing. AJ's a good friend of mine. Known him forever. But I'll hand it over to him so he can introduce himself. But AJ, I appreciate you.
Well, so me and OT have known each other for over 20 years now. We were just discussing, trying to figure out timelines. It was early in high school because he always hung out with older kids. Being fast.
Yeah. I wish I knew back then, boy. Yeah, but AJ, appreciate you coming out on here. But I just want to, get you a little platform and, so you could discuss things you want to discuss. But first off, let us know what, how you start to in the roofing business. I mean,
start from the beginning.
Yeah.
What led you there?
Oh man, how?
You know what? No, hold on.
Yeah.
You know what? He told me that you went to school. Okay, he said, what were you going for? Psychology or something?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Where do y'all want to start? How
start
far
before
back?
Then. I want you to start about then.
Just,
like,
start before you made the right choices.
Yeah, where'd you?
Okay, so let's go all the way back.
But AJ, you know Carlos, Joey.
Yeah.
So,
I
want to know the story.
All right, let's go back. Parents probably separated when I was 2nd grade or whatever. We stayed on Siouxland, a little cul-de-sac kind of enclave over there by Crockett. When they split up, we moved to the Avenues. We moved next door to my grandma. She knew about the house coming up for sale. My mom got it, single mom, me and my sister. So I grew up in the hood. That's how I know these guys.
Yeah.
The usual suspects. So I don't think we call it the Avenues like that back in the day. It didn't have that cool name. Not until we got it. It got that cool Avenue name later on.
Yeah.
I like it though. Yeah. So Avenue J Taylor, shout out. Come on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It sounds corny. I was part of the GT program in elementary.
Nah, man. I wish more kids need to know it's cool. That shit like that is cool. Gifted and talented. I was supposed to be in there, but I got ADHD. And see, I didn't have nobody to tell me that I was really smart, though, because I was going to do it a whole bunch of times, and I didn't think nothing of it. But that's why I want kids to know that it is cool. You know what I mean? Like, don't be ashamed of being smart, because now, like, you grow up around a whole bunch of hood motherfuckers, they'll, like, make fun of you for being smart, and it's dumb. Like, I don't know, it's just because they don't know any better. You know what I mean? Like, that's my whole deal is, like, to teach right. You know what I mean? Teach kids right.
Yeah.
But my bad, I'm not stopping you.
No, you're right.
It's not funny. That's why I said, like, it's not funny.
That's important to correct that, right? Yeah. You don't want it to be frowned upon to be smart.
Yeah.
It's not uncool.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah. It's not uncool to be smart. It's like, be smart if you are
educated.
So I was saying that not to toot my own horn, but just say I was kind of in that path early on. That was probably like in 5th, 6th grade. From there, pre-AP, GT classes, and junior high. The GT classes stopped at Zundy, at least they did, and they didn't carry on to high school. Then it was just pre-AP, AP. So all that, still hung out with the people in my neighborhood. But I was going to AP classes and all that kind of stuff. And so the kids who were in my class weren't my friends, it was 2 different crowds, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so shit. I feel like I'm talking. All right, hold on. Go ahead.
No,
Where we going?
No, you're good. You're
No,
going.
go.
No, you're going. You're going.
We're
You
hearing
said-
your story. We're hearing your story.
No, because
yeah.
I know like most people they start separating paths. You know what I mean? Like, because most kids aren't worried about school. Like that's another thing that I wanted to talk about later on. It's like that. Like kids aren't worried about school pretty much like as much as you are. You know what I mean? Like, did you take it serious whenever you were in high school?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, yeah. So you're already on the path to go to college then.
And shout out to back then it was NHHS, National Hispanic Honor Society, Mr. U.
Hey, did you mind? I need to fill out my scholarship.
He wound up changing it to Academic Success Program, which was more all inclusive. But it really helped out. I wouldn't have got where I went without them.
No, for sure.
With that being said, I applied to 15 colleges. Out of the 15, 14 were out of the state of Texas. The only school I applied to was SMU, and I considered that one of my safety schools.
Damn.
That's nice.
So I wound up going to Colgate University. Not a lot of people have heard of Colgate. It's in upstate New York, specifically Hamilton Village.
Hamilton Village.
Hamilton Village.
So I've been to Buffalo. So I don't know how far is it from there. You think?
It sounds very upstate.
Yeah, upstate New York is way
Well,
different.
so village and township are different based on population. 2,600 people.
Oh yeah.
Our college was 2,800 at the time, maybe 3,000 max.
Wow.
So when the summer went away, when we went away for school and it was summertime, the town died. Yeah.
Damn.
A lot of the restaurant owners loved it because the town thrived and they could take the whole summer off because
That's vacation time.
the students and staff are what supported the whole economy there.
Yeah, correct.
Wow.
And you said that was a liberal arts school?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you're like well versed a little bit in everything then.
Yeah, so I've been asked before, like, what is a liberal arts school? And the best way I think I could describe it is that they teach you to be open-minded, question everything.
Yeah. Right.
If you're reading a book, question who wrote it?
Yeah.
What was their motives? What message are they trying to send?
That's exactly what I'll be saying because that's why MSU's liberal arts too. It's only
Are they
like
now?
there's only 2 or 3 liberal arts in Texas.
I didn't
that's
realize
one of them.
that.
Yeah, so MSU is the same shit. So that's why I was telling you, like you're well rounded and stuff. You learn a little bit of everything, everybody's field of study pretty much, and your own
Yeah, for sure.
Opinion,
Yeah. So you know a little bit about everything. Because like I said, a nurse will have to take the business program too, like one class out of it just to have it, you know what I'm saying, under their belt. Like it just makes you a well-rounded person. And they say people, I don't know if it's true or not, but they say that they like hiring people from liberal arts college a little more just because of that. Like they know more of their stuff.
Who's they?
I don't know. Say they just say because
They say who's they?
He said, them people.
so the people say they like liberal arts college students.
Like your professors told you that, or Google
Yeah.
told you
No,
that?
like
or?
professors and stuff too. Like they said, even big schools like I don't know. My professor was talking about today that he worked at NASA, and he said there was someone talking about there from Harvard. He said they had a badass Boston accent, and he was like, I don't give a fuck where you went. He was like shit. He's like, they think just because they went to this school, he's like, and if they don't know how to fucking write, you know what I mean? Like
For sure.
they can't explain themselves on a paper. He's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, and he said he hung up on him.
So how long did you go Colgate for? How long did you go to college?
Man, so I graduated class 2007. 2003 of high school. I was 17 at the time I graduated. I went to Colgate in June, like at 17, before my 18th birthday.
I do remember that.
Crazy thing is, blind, had never seen the campus before a day in my life.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you didn't do no campus tour?
No, bro, that's it.
Shit.
You know where I grew up.
Yeah,
you know
I know.
our income situation.
Yeah,
the money
yeah.
wasn't there.
Yeah, you're right.
You're
Yeah.
talking about traveling up there, me and my mom,
Yeah.
and then
single mom.
hotel, and the closest airport is Syracuse.
Oh,
Or you could fly into LaGuardia or Newark, where it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be a
I
lot
mean, that-
cheaper.
yeah.
But then you got to rent a car and drive 3.5 hours, 4 hours up there. So
Okay, so you
yeah, I'd never seen Colgate until I was all in, bro.
Hell yeah.
Bags packed, just showed up.
You got to be here at this day.
hey man,
But
that's
all your
that's
shit.
nice though. Man. That's,
Yeah, that's what I want my kids to do though. I want them to take off. If they go to college, I want them to go somewhere far and experience it though. But it had to be an
So I
experience.
bet you
alright?
left your mom worried. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I think she knew that she raised me good enough where she trusted who I was and the decisions I was gonna make.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely think it would have been advantageous to be closer to home and for me to have a little more supervision. I think the freedom kind of got to me. It was too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on my Kanye shit. You can't tell me nothing. You know, you didn't put me in there. You're not paying for it. I studied. I did the AP classes. I studied the SAT.
I'm working my ass off. Yeah.
You know, I did it
Hell yeah.
and got in on my own merit. Not to mention that's a 26-hour drive from Wichita Falls. So.
No, I drove it before.
How many times you do that drive?
Honestly, just one time. When I graduated and we had to move everything back. Yeah. Other than that, flew, and just would ship things. So like when I first went to my first year, my freshman year, obviously I took my luggages, but we would ship everything else that I needed.
Yeah.
It just made more sense that way.
Yeah, okay.
Like, yeah, I'd get a pod or something and just send them in that. You see those pods? You could just send them all your shit and then they'll send it cross country.
They didn't have that back then.
No, so what was the degree then? What did you do?
Okay, yeah. So I thought I was like really good at numbers and math oriented back then. And then you get college statistics and college econ and all that, and I realized, no, you're not as smart as you thought you were. No. At least in that field. So being liberal arts, one of the requirements was intro to psychology, and it covered a wide variety of things, and I wound up getting an A that semester and Colgate is a very small school. Like I said, 2,800 people total, so that's about 750 in each class. Like Allen High School is bigger than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 3 or 4 times bigger than that. To put it in perspective.
Yeah.
What is MSU? What's their student population?
I think it's somewhere around 2,000. It's like something like that. 1,800, 2,000, something. It's
really?
not too big.
I thought it was like close to 5.
I'll look real quick. I don't think it's that big though.
Okay, well, I stand corrected. But our campus was like probably 10 times the size of MSU, just because it's so spread out, and I mean it's in upstate New York, so you have that ability. MSU's landlocked. You know, that's the problem that they're running into now.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, it says 1,500 students live in 6 residential halls, so just I guess the commuters, I got to be around 2,000.
Okay.
I'm finding out right now.
Yeah, he's finding out. I say he's alumni right there.
Check figure.
Alum. Nah, man, I love stuff like that though. I almost wanted to do linear programming. Like I like the algebra, like the math and stuff. Like I don't know the economics. That's what I'm going for is finance. But so they make it you got to take the business math, but that's cool because it's interest rates and stuff like that. So it's stuff you kind of really need to know. That's going to help you in life. But that's one thing. Yeah, I like it though.
So I did well in psychology, and it really captured my interest. So that's the path I chose. And at that time, I was going to go to law school. If you go to medical school, you have to major in biology, chemistry, a science like that, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to go be a psychologist, you have to major in psychology. To go to law school, it doesn't matter what your major is. Pick something you like. So I really like psychology. And of course, psychology plays a role in everyday life, being able to read people, understand things, empathize. Mm-hmm. So that's what I chose. And the plan was to go to law school after that. But I was just burned out on school by the time I graduated.
I already know.
Took a year off, and I was working down in Dallas for what was before NHHS, but they had expanded to ASP by the time I graduated. Fast forward 4.5 years later. So when I graduated, I came to work for them down in Dallas. They had 12 public schools down in DISD.
Yeah.
Was down there for a year, and I would travel back and forth to hang out with you and Bolo and those kind of guys occasionally. And then I ran into my wife and met my wife. And she already had 3 kids from a previous marriage.
Yeah.
And so, law school kind of got put on hold.
Hold up.
Life got in the way.
Yeah. You know that stuff.
Yeah,
for sure.
shit happens like that.
I mean,
but that was
And not necessarily got in the way,
man.
but
No, but I mean, same thing happened to you, right? I mean, you went from no kids, no family to all of a sudden you got 3, 4?
Yeah.
5?
4.
Okay.
3 boys, 1 girl. Yeah. It's the same as they become your kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just when you go to a relationship like that, you always gotta know that, like, you know, you're not going to just. It's just not just them. It's just those children that you're gonna have to.
Yeah,
have to be in a
everybody's
relationship
affected by that. So
with the total
like,
package.
you have to take on that role. Is what I'm saying. Like, you can't have no stepdad shit. Like, you have to take on the full role. Like,
Well, so and here's something that me and Amber have always talked about with our friends. I hate it, but there's not couples like your parents anymore where people stay together forever.
correct.
You know, you got blended families left and right.
Yeah.
That's the new America that we're looking
norm.
at, unfortunately.
For our generation, yeah.
But specifically with you and I, who don't have their own biological kids moving into that relationship, I think that our journey is probably a lot easier than other blended families where it's his and hers.
Yeah.
And, you treat mine better than you treat yours.
Yeah.
Like that conversation ain't never been had
Yeah.
with me because there is no mine to be treated better than yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same with you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. For sure.
damn. Yeah, that's true. Crazy.
Well, what's your kid's situation?
Mine? Well, my daughter's in San Diego. My son's here in Wichita. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, heck yeah. My girl has two kids too. You know, so
y'all got a blended family.
yeah, it's gonna be like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
How long y'all
you
been
know,
together?
just a couple months. Yeah.
okay.
We're not deep like that.
Okay,
yeah,
my bad.
No, yeah. We ain't deep like that.
Hopefully
but
she's
like
not
I said,
watching.
we hang. I said we be hanging out together and stuff. You know what I mean, with the kids and shit. So, but I already know how.
Well,
it
it's just
goes,
like that. For example, you know, him being in a relationship, knowing that she has kids, will. Before you get in a relationship, before you get committed to that relationship, you already have to have that conversation with yourself. Like, are you willing to, you know what I'm saying, accept them and take on that role?
Yeah, and another thing is dudes being insecure too. That's another thing. Like whenever a girl has a baby daddy already, a lot of them be insecure and they'll be jealous of the guy for no reason that she already has kids with. And shit, more than like 80% of the time, the guy probably don't even care about the girl anymore. Anyways, like that's already been dead and done a long time ago. But
no one should ever be insecure about one. I mean, if you're a woman, you should know as a man if you're a woman, you know what I'm saying,
have good judgment. Shit. That's what I was saying. Shit, you know how to pickle.
Like for instance, the Super Bowl thing, you know, with Usher and.
Oh, here we go. Is this your segue into the Usher?
It's like, you threw it in there. That was good.
But you know, it's just one of those things. You know, perfect example of that. You know, as a man, I wouldn't. That's not. That's
Okay, so let's unpack that for a minute. All right, so in the club, would that be appropriate? Heck no. Heck no, right?
No.
However, they're entertainers.
Entertainers, correct.
And I mean, actors and actresses do worse.
Yes,
and they're married. So,
correct.
How do you look at it? Is it inappropriate?
No, it's not inappropriate. But the only problem that I see as a man is like I feel Usher kind of like purposely pushed the note, you know, a little bit like. He's known just because he's known for that aggressiveness.
Line stepper.
And like I don't know if you ever seen some of his shows where he has caused I think a divorce with a celebrity. He has a residence at Las Vegas. Yes. They go to his show and he's known to get on especially celebrity women, rather than married, single or whatnot, and dance on them. Kind of
I didn't know this was the whole.
So in a different perspective now, you know. Him doing that, and it's a national, it's on national stage. You know, one of the biggest, moments in America because of the Super Bowl. I mean, that's the one of the most watched. You know, so you know how it goes. It's just like with the Janet Jackson thing back in the day.
Yeah, there you go. I was about
to say. Was it stage? Whenever she had the nip
stage or not? Like as in. Did they both know about it, or was it just more Usher like pushing the envelope as being his aggressive behavior in a way? Yeah. And not saying anything bad about him. I mean, he's a performer. He's an entertainer. That's what he does. Like as an entertainer performer, you want what we're doing now. Talk about it. You know. So I mean, it's
because they get light on it. Yeah, man. It's just
he just dropped the album. I don't know if y'all know that he just dropped his album on Friday.
I mean,
I don't listen to Usher no more.
So why have
she married, man? I mean, I don't know.
I think it's hard for us to judge when we're not in those shoes.
Correct. Yeah.
So, like, can you imagine how many times they've had to do wardrobe changes so quickly? She's topless around people
Mhm.
and half
Men and
naked in
women.
front of these men, and they're
Yeah.
not all homosexual. So around
Yeah,
heterosexual men.
Yeah.
And it's called
So,
being
like,
professional.
So for that, like, I don't know. I don't know that I'd be upset. Like,
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I feel like you have to understand that goes with the territory.
Yeah.
When you're a public figure like
Yeah.
that, you're an entertainer.
Singer,
Yeah.
any type of shit like that.
That's everybody. Yeah, like
What do you think,
No.
Lowe's? You being quiet over there, dog?
No, I was over here. Everything's Bluetooth in here. I'm over here trying to turn the fan down.
Oh, okay, right on.
But yeah, no, it's just what I'm saying. I mean, if you look at certain things, or it's just that what he has not been known for is the aggressive behavior,
Yeah.
and it's just funny to see that he did it on national stage after
Yeah.
all these other videos have been out. If him doing that,
Yeah.
but I
He
wouldn't,
could-
as a man, I would laugh it off just like Swiss Beats did. You know, I mean, that's
But didn't
like
he,
they did a good job. Like it was a good
But
performance.
didn't he get married or propose or what?
Yeah,
after
that
the
day
show?
he got married.
I'd have
He
been
got married in
watching like
Vegas.
this.
Probably.
I said, he think he's slick.
But I think that was good. That was a good show overall. It was a real good show. I think it's just funny how we talk, because a lot of people were mad for Swiss Beats, but at the same time, you know, wow, like it's
I saw a
there's
lot
nothing,
of people
there's
that
really nothing wrong with it.
kind of posted bad
just
reviews.
married.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
and
why.
that's why.
That's
Yeah.
why.
And
It's
I
just 'cause it's a
understand they're
marriage
married,
thing,
and I think
dog.
that's what a
Like,
lot of people are
that's
saying.
why
Like,
it's- I
she's a
mean-
married woman, for him to kind of
I mean, because it didn't look.
it seemed more of an aggressive manner.
It didn't
but,
look staged. You know
I
what I'm
can't-
saying?
I
Like,
d-
kind of, he did that shit intentionally. So that's why I said, like,
Yeah.
nah, homie. Like, if you're doing that shit intentionally and being staged, those are two different things. You know what I mean? Okay, we're getting paid. All right, cool. But you're not getting paid at Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? You're getting us to talk about this shit. And I mean, he's about to have a tour.
But
Didn't you say he
hey,
has a tour? or
How many
something?
men can say their
He's
wife
a-
got grinded by Usher?
yeah,
Man, I mean, I ain't
Ain't
doing
getting paid to do it.
Hey, I heard that fool got a crazy STD, but hey, I mean, whatever. I mean, that's what
No,
I mean.
but
I'm
yeah,
like,
you,
shit.
you in the same streets as him or what?
Nah, bro, he's a celebrity, dog. Fucking celebrity, dog. Like, what the hell?
He said it's Usher.
He's like, bro.
All right,
shit.
let's break these out before.
yeah, for sure. So what you got here, man? I see you brought some cigars, man.
He said-
I just want to shout out AJ because, man, he brought some scotch, some cashews, some of these glasses, sip on, and some cigars.
He
He
said
came
for sure.
prepared. You know, I like that. That's nice.
Yeah,
I love to
He
see
said
that.
he
Look
looked
right
green.
there.
He came ready. I knew he made me really
He came-
excited when you hit me up last night. You're like, hey, so what we talking about? So I could be prepared and take notes. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, this boy's
He
he's
said he
ready. So it
ready.
made me, so I've been excited all day for this shit. So
Okay, so shout out to CNR, right by Burrito Shop on, what is that, 9th Street?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
9th Street. It's 2 doors down. It's our only local cigar shop here in Wichita Falls, at least the one that I know of. They have a humidor in there, little place to hang out, smoke your cigars. We could go
That's
there
nice.
and just hang out in the back and bring your own bottle.
yeah.
Smoke the cigars and
Damn.
play cards or dominoes or whatever. It's a cool little spot. So
Nice,
definitely
nice.
check them out. But you told me that y'all weren't real big cigar smokers.
Yeah,
so
so-
I got a variety pack here that have lighter leaves. The lighter leaf is a lighter smoke. It's kind of easier for beginners to start off with. Here we have 2 different cuts. We got the V cut. It's going to make a smaller cut. So the pull on it is going to be smaller. It's going to be less
Yeah.
smoke that comes through. And then you just have your traditional straight cut, and you can cut it.
Big boy cut, huh?
Yeah.
I got you. Nice. So yeah, I mean, like I
Most
said,
wants to
I
that one, he
I
said.
never smoke one, but for you here, I will. I'll bust one out. I'll take a couple puffs. I know Carlos is always down for a good time.
Sorry, we only got one left over here. Jumping, gonna have to fight for it.
He said he got
'cause,
the black and don't even trip.
He said he got a black.
OT told me Joe will definitely not smoke one.
Yeah, I mean, he might surprise you, and then he might be a good sportsmanship over here, you know.
So I got a darker one here.
I'm messing with you, but yeah.
So this is a darker leaf. Smoke's gonna be a little heavier.
Okay. So I'll watch you see how you cut it. Of course, I'm gonna use the V cut.
What happened?
I said I finished the black, so if anybody wants to share.
He said here-
MSU has between 5,000 to 6,000 students.
He said we had an extra one right
You
here.
don't inhale these, bro. All right, just so you know.
Oh yeah. So
Do not inhale
You
these.
do not want to inhale. Definitely don't do that. You're gonna get sick if
Yeah,
you
that
do.
was my
Oh,
next
shit.
question.
My bad.
So cigars, I've never smoked it, but I've always heard you're not supposed to inhale.
Correct. I mean,
For people that don't know.
inadvertently, you're going to, right?
Correct.
As you sit
From
here and you
your
pull on
nose
it,
and shit.
a little bit's gonna slip by. You'll probably inhale about 5%, but you don't want to do any more than the accidental.
Yeah.
Because you will choke yourself out. It's just hitting it and kind of like holding it in your mouth and getting that flavor. Cigars can also be paired with food. Like, so if you went to a cigar shop, the one in Fort Worth is on Sundance Square is the one I'm specifically referencing. They'll ask you if you go midday, like, hey, where are you going for dinner tonight?
Mhm.
What are you eating? Are you eating a red meat? Are you eating fish or chicken?
Correct.
And if you're eating a darker meat, hey, they might recommend a darker cigar. If you're eating a fish or a chicken, they're going to recommend that because that flavor won't linger in your mouth. Y'all will have that for the rest of the evening. Maybe even when you wake up in the morning, you're going to remember that cigar.
Dang,
no,
that's
well,
crazy.
Now I know what to do. You know, it's a 10-year anniversary today. Tomorrow's Valentine's.
Oh, shit, yeah. He's like, shit, I might as
Oh,
well
no,
crack it
man.
open, man. He's like,
No. So how you cut it? Just barely cut it? Right here?
Yeah. So you want to put it in right? Yep, just like that. Yeah, you were doing it. Press it in there as far as it'll go.
That's what she
Just
said.
go quick. There you go.
Okay. Nice.
So it's a
Unless you
smaller
want to-
hole there. You want to describe what that hole looks like, OT?
Pee hole. For sure. For sure, pee hole.
I'll let y'all
Okay,
describe it yourself.
so we got a couple of torch lighters here, right? So
Pee hole.
Torch lighter.
so you want to start off by just burning it first, and then you're gonna start pulling on it.
Kids, don't try this at home.
There you go, Joe.
So just burn it a little bit like that, then start
Yeah.
puffing.
Exactly right.
I'm over here trying to light it like a damn blunt.
You're not gonna get very far that
Hey,
way.
Joey, don't inhale that.
No, it's definitely unique.
Yes, boss.
And the biggest thing,
Yes, sensei.
and if you don't smoke them, that is the biggest thing to remember. Like, just pull on it and don't inhale.
I want to smoke it till my face turns green. Give me that. Hey,
So yeah, all right. Let's pick back up where we left off. So we were all right. So to the point where I met Amber, right?
Correct, yes.
So we were a nonprofit, the Academic Success Program, right? We helped high school students apply to colleges. We helped them with their resumes. We helped them with SAT prep and kind of just coached them through the whole process. What a guidance counselor is supposed to be, that's what we were. However, we were a nonprofit and we had outside funding. And there are other programs in Dallas that were supposed to be our competitors, so to speak. Long story short, we lost our funding and immediately. So I forget exactly what my title was at the time, but I was probably like third or fourth, just because of my relationship with the Urquidez's. So I had to lay everybody off. There was a kid driving. We hired a Harvard graduate that was driving from Cambridge, Massachusetts. And when I found out that we lost our funding, which was like 2 weeks before the school start date, they were driving down to get their apartment, get situated, had already, signed the lease remotely, all that good stuff. And I had to call, lay off all these people.
What?
And then at the end of the day, I had to lay myself off.
What? Fuck? I'd be like, man, you know what? I ain't doing none of this shit. Y'all better find somebody else.
So you had to lay people off?
Yes.
You had to be the bad guy.
And then at
This
the end
is-
himself.
This is
What
a
the
year
fuck?
after me graduating college in 2009. So I'm probably 22, 23. Now, mind you, all the kids that, I say kids, all the young adults that were hired for ASP were people that had just graduated college. So they were also like maybe 2 or 3 years younger than me. But yeah, it was a tragic situation. It was one of the worst days of my life. You know, it was just an emotional day. Like I didn't know what to tell people.
Yeah. I bet it
It's
was
like,
hard.
I mean, I'm sorry. And there was signing bonuses, and they let them keep them and threw them some other kind of like money to help them survive for a little bit. But yeah, I lost all her funding. Actually, Amber had put her 2 weeks in at her job. She was working for Clifford Bridwell at the time, and she had put in her 2 weeks. We already had a house down there. Found out what school district the kids were going to be in. She was full on moving.
Wow.
And then she had to retract her 2 week notice, and it made more sense for us to come back to Wichita Falls, where at least she had a job. We already had established school districts. There wasn't any guesswork. Why move? Why uproot the kids and her and take them down to Dallas when? So
Yeah.
came back here.
So I love it here.
And what year was that?
Oh crap! Probably like 2010 now.
2010 now.
2010, you've been back here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So y'all been together for what, 14 years, 15 years?
We are celebrating our 10-year anniversary for marriage.
Marriage, correct.
In April.
Damn.
Specifically April 12th. We're actually going to Mexico.
Nice. Yeah.
But
Congrats.
together, I think we've been together like 15 years. Yeah.
15 years. Okay.
It was a year after I graduated college, so since 2009. Yeah, it's been 15 years now.
Damn. Congratulations. Shit. That's a motherfucking milestone for
Oh,
real.
man.
Damn.
It's
15
definitely
years.
been a roller coaster. You know,
Yeah,
it's
Today's my national's 10 year that we've been together.
really.
Yeah, another congratulations.
Yeah,
God damn.
congratulations.
Hit the applause.
Yeah,
Look
give
at
it
that.
Hell yeah, brother.
Give it up for him.
Hell yeah.
Give it up.
That's rare anymore, man. We need to celebrate that for real.
Yeah,
That really
for
is.
sure. It's not
For real, kudos to you.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Look, see,
Yeah.
we're gonna get into that later. So
Yes, sir. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Oh,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
my
Look.
bad.
Hey, look. No, I'm gonna move you along your story so that way we get to
Okay,
it.
yeah. See, I told you I could talk.
No,
bro.
no, no.
He was worried I was gonna clam up.
No. I was never worried about that. I knew you'd be
He gonna
good.
be stiff. He said.
No, I did have a friend that was stiff, but no, you're good.
Wait, what?
I said it earlier.
Oh, wait.
What?
That's all he
Whoa.
thinks about,
I
bro.
know.
I tell you.
No, look. Okay,
Whoa.
you said okay. Now you said you got with your wife, right? Okay, so come on. Said now I'm trying to get to
Okay,
now. We're
okay.
almost there. We're almost
To the
there.
nitty-gritty.
All right, so I think we were trying to get to the point that I went to a liberal arts school, majored in psychology, and what I do today has nothing to do with that. You didn't need to go to Colgate University and get a psychology degree to do what I do. You didn't need to go to school at all, right? and there's people who haven't went to college who have roofing companies that are way more successful than mine. So I think that's the point that you wanted me to kind of allude that here I went to college, and I can remember, when my dad would try to show me things as a young man growing up in high school and college, like how to fix things and, door jams and toilets and this and that. And I had a very bad attitude, a condescending attitude. I was like, no, that's what I'm going to school for, so I can pay somebody to do that.
Yeah, I remember.
No, I'm the opposite.
You were like that when you were younger. I remember.
I'm the total opposite.
Hey, I didn't need you to agree with me there.
So you know what I mean,
Dang.
Hold on, you want to unpack that a little bit?
Man.
Well, I just remember specifically, so with I don't know who I can't remember. It was something you corrected somebody Tony on the word or something, and we sat there in the living room. I remember just laughing because y'all going back and forth about what's the correct way to say a word.
Honestly,
I think it was
fucking idiot.
converse and conversate. He
I
used
promise you it was
conversate.
probably that.
He used conversate, and it's good to like laugh at it now because it's like you're young, like you said earlier. You were young. You know, you're fresh. You're fresh in college, and like you're learning all these new things. And you're like, oh hell yeah! And I remember him
Like y'all sound
saying,
stupid as fuck.
conversate, and then and this
Exactly
fool's
what
like,
I'm thinking.
it's converse. And he's like,
peasants.
okay, no, it's like, okay, like, but the way he's like, it's converse. He's like, idiot, you know, without saying it.
Hey, you want to know the most ironic thing about that?
Yeah,
Look up conversate now because
correct.
America's
people-
uneducated. We just succumbed to their inability to
What the
adopt
fuck?
the English language.
Yeah.
So now conversate is now a verb.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was not a verb back when I went to college.
Oh yeah, I learned that day. Believe me.
He said it stuck with me. He
I
said the rest of my
remember
life.
that
That's
shit.
shit, dude.
But
He said I'd never forget that.
it's funny and that's what I meant by that. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you knew your shit. You know why?
Yeah.
Why?
He said
Why
don't back
hold
down.
Yeah.
He said you got to stand on something.
And not for people like you, people like us, you know, people like me don't learn shit. You know,
For
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
for sure.
True.
and it's the other way around, you know, too. I mean, you know,
Say everybody
you can
can
Oh,
learn.
yeah.
Everybody
We
can
all
learn
learn from
something.
each other.
Yep.
For sure. I don't care what education you have or where you come from in life. Everybody can learn from each other.
Oh yeah, every day
yeah.
until we die, we're gonna learn.
So yeah, my line of work, I say I was around a lot of bums. I had done at the shop, and there was a lot of them over there. So it's crazy. A lot of them are my friends. Yeah, I learned all kinds of stuff from them.
So yeah, so go ahead, bro.
I think we're kind of getting to present day. So, basically after college, I went from sales to oil field. Oil field gets laid off, back to sales. Just like everybody, right? Trying to pay the bills, trying to keep their head above water. Not using that degree, didn't know how it really applied to me and how I was gonna be successful in life. And then COVID came. Crazy story. So, and this is how companies do. This is just, and I get it now as a business owner. Back then, I was like, man, y'all are sorry.
Yeah,
Like, how could you do someone like that?
Mhm.
But now, you know, being in this pair of shoes, having a different lens, having a different perspective, I can understand why it went down the way it did. Anyways, COVID's happening. We're out in West Texas, New Mexico area, working for Halliburton. I'm fracking, working 2 weeks on, 1 week off. All of a sudden, again, it's COVID. Everything's slowing down. Gas prices are terrible. We lose our contract and we're going to the yard and we're cleaning all the equipment for like 10 days. It's an easy 10 days, but we're going to this yard and this yard and it's just like kind of whack.
Like it's not
Anyways,
looking good, folks.
the last day is April 1st. That's the last day of our 14-day hitch. And they lay us off.
Fuck.
And I was like,
I would have been like, I feel it coming.
Were y'all
dog.
waiting for the April Fools?
And so you got to know these guys, like so in the oil field, it's not all square business, like prim and proper. Like these dudes you spend a lot of time with, they're family, so they got sense of humors. I'm like,
Yeah, you waiting for
They gonna
it?
go this at any minute, I swear.
No, they're like, no, this is it. Like, they're only keeping the supervisors. Everybody's gone. Like, it's not like we had to get rid of the weakest 5. Like, all of y'all are gone.
All of y'all
Like,
gotta go.
and I think they probably kept their job another 6 weeks or something. But I mean, that was back during the stimulus crap going on.
About
So
5 years.
that was 2020.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Yeah, 2020, 4 years ago. So unemployment's crap, right? They max you. They give you 60% of what your earnings are, maxed out at whatever the current max out is. Back then, I think it was like 521.
Damn.
So that's nothing. But then you got the stimulus money, another 600 on top of that. Now you're making $4,400 a month just staying home doing nothing, and you can't spend money because the world shut down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So did that for a short time. And then a mutual friend of ours, Jamie, gave me a call. And she had Jamie was working at Airmark. Y'all know what Airmark is?
I don't know about friends.
Okay. Former friend. All right. At one point in time, y'all were y'all had a good relationship, friendly relationship, right? Oh shit.
Okay,
What?
and then what?
Kangaroo.
No, fuck. I ain't say looking at him. I ain't say the hippie in the back.
It's like,
So yeah, I remember you told me before, but I want everyone else to hear about.
So she called me up. Jamie was working at Airmark. They're the ones who do like mats and paper towels and soap and all that in every restaurant. So she worked her way up from salesman and all that, and she did really good. And again, she got touched by COVID, lost her job, and was able to get a general manager position at a roofing company in Grapevine, Texas, at this big roofing company but she was a salesman. She sold herself though.
She was bullshit,
And she was good at managing a team, like a sales team. Like she knew nothing about roofing at the time, but she was great at managing people, managing a team. Got the job and wound up bringing me on shortly after her arrival, and that's how I got into roofing. I worked there for a couple of years, climbed to being the #1 salesman. Again, this isn't Grapevine, so I'm staying down there with Jamie and her family when she was at GP with me. And just commuting back and forth. I was 4 days down there, 3 days home, 5 days down there, 2 days home, yada, yada. Sometimes I would commute that in one day. I would drive all the way the 2 hours here and then 2 hours back. Yeah. Depending. Anyways, got tired of that and finally decided to move back to Wichita Falls and start my own. So that's where we're at. Started about 18 months ago. So we're about a year and a half in.
Say, look, I'll plug you in. Say, how can they get a hold of you?
940-782-1194.
Website.
You can look us up on Facebook, Assured Roofing and Construction. Also, our website is www.assuredconstructiontx.com.
Say, whenever I edit this, it's going to go bing and pop out right under you. Click on it, it's going to be a link. Hey. No, it's cool. No, so how long you did it now? So what do you think? You like it? You love it?
Oh man, I love it. We help customers. You get to see all these people. You pay your premium. I mean, how much are you paying right now for insurance? How many vehicles do you have on insurance?
I got dealer insurance, so I got I got a big but I do claim insurance. I got hail damage.
Next. Okay. Let's talk to the real people. Joe, what you got, dog? What are you paying on your car insurance?
Car insurance, like 90 something, like $100.
You on grandma's plan? Can I come over?
I know,
with
right?
You?
Full coverage. Well. Hey, that's full coverage, Grandma.
Hey, you think my truck got full? What? You think my truck got full coverage, dog?
Okay.
Come on. I don't got a new truck.
Does anybody have real people bills in here that I can reference and talk to?
I'm paying $93 for full coverage on my truck.
No way.
Yeah, about
what the hell?
But you probably got a good driving record.
Nuh-uh.
What do you drive?
Oh, it's a fake paper.
He said a S10.
Nissan Frontier.
No, I don't know. I've never heard of $93 full coverage, except for someone that's like 36 years old or something.
Yeah.
And
my sister works.
I'm 35.
Oh, okay. Oh, she works at the farm. I feel it.
Okay, y'all are ruining my. This is a bad sample.
He said he was trying to lay it out.
Holy crap!
He's trying to sell these motherfuckers. I can't sell nobody.
My point is that people pay. Okay, so how many homeowners do we have here, at least at the table?
Right here.
Okay, so us two, right? Do you know what you're paying for your homeowner's insurance?
I know a month is 20. I mean, not a month, a year. It was over 2,000.
That's dirt cheap. Like most people,
I had like 250, 300 a month.
Most people who
and mine's included in with my mortgage payment.
Yeah.
So, but I know yearly. And this is actually 4 years ago, yearly.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You're talking 4 years ago, okay.
You know, this is when I got my house 4 years
ago. I bet you'd be sick to see what you're paying now.
Because my payments have went up. Like actually March 1st month.
Most people who have their property insured for $200,000 are paying around $4,000 a year. That's if you have RCV coverage and a 1% deductible. That's if you have good coverage.
Was that because them companies leaving the North Texas area and stuff? Because like the hailstorms and they said tornadoes, we get so much.
That's exactly right.
That's what I thought. I don't know about it, but I figured
They're
it was
not trying to pay you fools out. They just
No,
trying
they
to take
left.
the money.
Companies just left. They just dipped off. They said, "Fuck that."
That's happened in California. That's happened in Florida, big hurricane areas.
Yeah.
Where they'll get bankrupt, like where they just can't pay it out.
Yeah, hail damage and all that shit.
But my point was that people pay all these premiums for years and years, especially these old, honest people who, I mean, they're honest. They don't make people like that anymore, right? They've been paying 20, 30 years, never filed a claim. And then finally, there's a leak in the roof and the roof is shot. It could have been claimed under insurance from a hailstorm or windstorm way before that.
15 years ago, yeah.
And they want to deny them, and they deny them.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And so we have the ability to sit there and represent them and fight for them. And don't get me wrong, we're not an attorney, right? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
But being able to empower them and just give them the knowledge and give them a contractor's perspective. And I'm real specific about that because that's actually, you have to distinguish between being a roofing contractor and representing yourself as a public adjuster, a PA, or a litigator specifically. So we can't represent people, but we empower them and we help them be informed about what storm damage looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, because average homeowner, a lot of people that just pay, they don't know that people don't even get on their roof. Some homeowners don't even get on their roofs.
And no, yeah,
exactly.
So they don't know shit.
And a lot of them don't even know what's covered.
Exactly.
That's what it is. You got to point it out to them. You got to say this right here.
Like, look what this says right here.
They missed this.
There's shit right here.
You said they missed that. I like doing it with cars. I do the same thing with cars. I'll be like, hey, so you got 10 hill dents right here. I said about quarter size. I said they need to bump the check up.
You looking for a job?
Nah.
I had motherfuckers in house and when Hurricane Harvey hit, they were like, he gutted his whole fucking shit because it flooded. And he's like, I don't think I'm covered. And sure enough, I checked his fucking insurance. That fool wasn't covered. I was like, dog. I was like, can't do shit for you, though. That shit was
so I'm actually about to make a Facebook post about this on the work page. And we're coming into storm season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Traditionally, the way health is made is when the cold front meets the warm front. So that's going to happen in the cold season before full-on summer comes. So that's March, April, sometimes in May,
Right.
June, July, August is too hot, and then you'll see them sometimes in September and in October, right?
Yeah.
Point is, we're coming up on storm season. People need to know what kind of policy they have. I have never ran into so many ACV policies in my life. ACV meaning actual cash value versus RCV, real cash value. Do y'all want to go into this?
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead and explain it.
Okay. So think about it this way. Let's say you're going to go get a brand new F-150 2024 that costs $50,000, whatever trim level that is. Costs $50,000 today. In 4 years, it's only worth $30,000. That's the ACV, the actual cash value. The real cash value to replace that truck in 4 years is going to be $60,000. That would be the RCV. So some people have their policy set that all they have to pay is their deductible. That's it. Insurance covers everything else. That's the RCV policy. And then you have the people who say, whoa, that insurance is way too much. You got to give me something cheaper. I mean, I got to have it because the bank insists on it, but I cannot afford what you're offering. And those people don't understand what they're signing up for. And they're signing up for actual cash value. Mm-hmm. So you're responsible for the deductible and the depreciation, which can be 2/3 of the project. Yeah. And at that point, if you're not prepared, let's say you have a $15,000 roof, right? And your deductible's $2,500 and you have an ACV policy. Well, if you had an RCV, you would only pay the $2,500. They would have paid the $12,500. But because you have an ACV policy, you got to pay the deductible first. They're going to probably pay another $5,000, and then you're going to have to pay the other $7,500 on the back end as well.
And how do they decide the depreciation per year? Is it by how long you're paying your house off, or like how long do they give you to depreciate it?
Yep. So it's kind of the same. Let's move back to the F-150 analogy. Mm-hmm. So at that point, we bought it in 2024. I said, let's fast forward 4 years from now, 2028. It's 4 years old. They depreciate it by the age of the roof.
Like,
So if, for instance, I just had a customer who their roof was only 4 or 5 years old, and their depreciation was a lot smaller versus the customer before that, their roof was 20 years old.
Yeah.
The depreciation, but it didn't matter because they both had RCV policies. It's just how what size check comes on the front end versus the back end.
no, that's what I was trying to figure out because I figured they get over on people like that, anyways. Because that's what I do. I did accounting too, so that's what I was trying to like. How do they decide how much do they depreciate it per
Yep.
year? Like, is it by like do they give them like 30 years or something?
The age of the roof.
I know, but I like
So how long the roof is supposed to last? So let's say you have a 25-year 3-tap shingle. They're going to say, hey, this roof is supposed to last for 25 years. You got it put on in 2010. Today it's 2024. It's 14 years old. Out of a 25-year, it is there for X percent.
Okay, yeah. See, that's what I was trying to get at. Like,
Yeah, they're the formula.
yeah.
Everything we do, they're the formula. We use a software called Xactimate. Everybody uses it in the industry.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's adjuster shit, boy.
I didn't know you had a background in
Yeah,
adjusting.
I did Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma. Fucking, there was another couple hurricanes I did. Yeah, we went to Florida and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a.
Who'd you work
motherfucker.
for?
I worked for. Fuck, what was their names? God damn it! Bright
Pet
Claims in
peeve,
Florida.
no GDs.
Bright Claims in Florida, and then in Wardlaw for fucking Wardlaw. I'm pretty sure you heard of Wardlaw. They were like a little insurance like company that would like, yeah, they were pretty bad, dog. Like, yeah, they kind of try to fuck me, but it didn't happen.
I talked to all the
That's what I'm
adjusters.
saying, but yeah,
Them my
like,
homies. I
yeah,
grab them. I
that-
say, "Look, buddy." I said, "You see what they missed here?" Hey, because it's badass. Because I'm the dealer. I say I'm the mechanic.
So
the
what,
body
like
man.
I'm the-
what do you do? I guess I don't know what you do on a professional level. Fill me in.
Okay, look, I went. Okay, it was coronavirus time. That's what happened. Made a lot of money. They were like made like $500,000. So then there's a lot of taxes.
Oh,
So
but
then I
corona, wait, how'd you make money?
coronavirus check selling cars. Okay,
Wait, say it again. Hold
selling
on, back
cars.
up.
I
Hold
saw.
on.
Okay, my bad. I thought you knew.
Hold on.
Okay, look. Okay,
I
I
said
start.
I watched the most popular podcast, not all of them.
Oh, okay, no. Okay, this is what happened. No, I started a car lot, right? I was planning because my stepdad and my mom they had the car lot already,
Okay.
and I worked there and I saw it, and I was like, man, I think I could do this just a little bit better. Anyway, we had like a disagreement about business and stuff, and so I just went off on my own and did it. But whenever I went off on my own, I started mine. I started my I got my dealer's license March of 2020, right when the coronavirus
yeah.
everything shut down. So I got my dealer's license, got like probably like 5-6 cars, and probably spent over $10,000-$15,000 on that. So I'm like investing everything in this, and I'm like assed out. And then they shut everything down, and so I was like, oh, I can't do anything. There's nobody driving. I can't sell
Yeah,
cars to anybody.
yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
So
then
you're
they-
just stuck on inventory.
yeah, and then they're like only necessary jobs. They're like, so then I was like, well, people are always gonna have to drive, so I learned mechanic. Like that's what I started doing is fixing cars. So the whole time the coronavirus is going
Like
on.
you went to YouTube University? or
Yes,
what?
sir. YouTube certified. I swear on everything, bro. Hey, so I taught myself that, you know what I mean? And then like I started getting all data and learn how to take apart the engine, put in transmissions, everything. Like I didn't know anything about cars all the way up until like 24 years old. I didn't know anything about cars, didn't even know how to change a set of brakes. So then all of a sudden,
Ain't
like,
no shame. Hey, you're honest. You're
no,
honest.
that's what I'm
Hey.
saying. So anybody could do it. Like I said, if you want to do it, you could do it. Like I could take an engine out, put it back in. So, but then like the checks came.
Would you let them change your engine?
Fuck no.
Hey, a lot of people will let me. Hey, look, I'll show you the receipt book. No. Well, then
Let's go look at his reviews. Hold on.
Yeah.
hey, they're 5 stars. Hey, he's like,
Hey, do we have the Yada man? back
hey, you know what
there?
I
Can
used to
you,
pride myself on? Hey, on car sales, you know, on the Facebook Marketplace, I had
what's
5 stars. I sold like over 100 cars on Facebook Marketplace. On every trading post, I used to post my cars on there. Boom, boom, boom. Like I sell cars so fast.
Can anybody verify that data? What were you looking at?
Fact check
What's the
that.
name of it?
Hey, I said, let me show you my taxes.
Hey, ask him if you want to bet a G who got more 5-star reviews.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Hey, look, hey, it's hard.
I'm verified, Kia.
Hey, oh no, I am. Look, it's hard to sell cars. I'm telling you.
Yes
like,
or no?
5 stars
With the Better
You can
Business
pull it up?
Bureau.
Huh?
Looking at-
We can pull it up.
oh man, yeah, you can pull it up. Nah, you know what? For real, it's gonna sound like I'm bullshit. It's gonna sound bad. Hey,
deleted it.
nah, my Facebook got hacked. My Facebook got hacked by ISIS. I swear it did. Hey,
you got hit one of the buttons over there. Wah wah wah.
Hey, that was a good joke. Nah, but the coronavirus checks came, right? So then everybody started coming with down payments for cars. Like at a point, I had like $10,000 a month coming in car payments. So everybody had those checks. I was taking everybody and their mama. I was like, anybody. Plus, everybody knew me already. So I'm like, boom, 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 selling cars. And then on the back end, I'm fixing their cars too. So if anything goes wrong, they're bringing it to me to fix too. So I'm just like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, so you loosened the bolt before you sold it to them?
Hey. Hey, then check this out. Check this out. I'm like,
bro.
hey.
I like your business model.
I'm like, have full coverage. You got to have full coverage to leave with the car, right? So then, boom, they go wreck it. They bring it back to me. I talk to the insurance, and I'm the salesman. I'm the shop. So I'm like, hey, I'm the lien holder, the body shop, the auto repair shop. So I said, y'all missing a little bit on that interest. So y'all gonna have to bump that check up. It's not enough for the parts. Because they'll be talking about LKQ and you can get these parts here. I said, nope. I said, I called. They're not there. I said, no. Yeah, so the insurance, I love that stuff. I used to be like, oh, no. I said, nah, you definitely get more money than that. So they're not paying you top dollar. So they're fucking with you.
They always come in low. I mean,
everything.
It's a business, right?
Not for sure.
Their business is to take in your money and grow it and invest it and turn it into profits.
Hell yeah.
Capitalism.
I mean, look at what the CEO of State Farm made last year.
Bro,
I'm sure a lot.
That's like the worst. Everybody that ever told me, they're like, dude, do not get State Farm. They will not try to pay you out for fucking nothing, bro. Like,
I've always seen the bigger companies are the easier ones to pay, though. The little ones, like I dealt with Fred Lawyer. Fred Lloyd, like on car insurance, they did not want to fucking pay anybody shit out. They covered people with no licenses, all kinds of stuff. Like bad people, they give them full coverage, but their full coverage highest deductible and wouldn't cover a lot of stuff. So I was like, the smaller companies, they didn't want to pay out, but the State Farm, Progressive, Allstate, they're writing the checks. They're like, we're not even gonna look at it.
Those are cars, but I'm talking about houses, bro. Like houses, homie.
So 2022,
I want to buy a roof. Fuck no, they don't want it.
State Farm CEO, $24 million.
In a year.
Do what?
In 1 year?
Yeah, in 1 year. That was in 2020. That was in 22. They don't have the data right here for Allstate, $18 million.
Hey, that's why y'all get life insurance. That's value. You pay on that, you're gonna have actual cash value and be able to have that money.
My point is there's money there in their money machine. You know, that's what they're there for. So when we can help, you know, turn it to the policyholders' favor and you know, get them the coverage they deserve, it's very rewarding. And then obviously, you know, with the business and we're growing and we're trying to, you know, make money, of course, as well. But just the rewarding side of, not everybody has that fulfilling side to their work. I mean, I didn't feel fulfilled when I was fracking in West Texas.
You're like, hey, you told everybody, you're like, I work in the oil field. You're like, you know who's running your car? He said, me.
You get what I'm saying? Like some job, you know, teachers, they don't do their work for the compensation. I mean, they don't get paid fairly.
But there's a lot of bad ones out there too.
They're doing it because it's fulfilling.
Yeah. Yeah. They trying to be a light in a dark place, especially these kids nowadays.
Yeah, shout out to my teachers. There's a lot of good ones. I had a lot of good teachers.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Alamo. I went to Alamo in elementary school, but that's where like the foundation of like my math, science, and all of that, like in the GT program and stuff, like, and especially for being in the hood, they had really good teachers, and like there's a lot of them I still see. But yeah, I had math teachers and stuff. And that's my thing. I like math and numbers.
Sorry, they're too smoky.
A little. I say a little looks like a smoking podcast almost. Hey, now I'm playing. Now I'm messing with
you. Sorry, apologize, gentlemen.
No, it is cool though. Like I said, it's cool helping your customers. So I want to be a financial advisor. I feel like that's the best job.
What are you going to school for?
Finance. Business administration, major in finance. So right now, like I'm taking accounting. I think next year I'm going to take my investment class, so then I'll learn actual stocks. Like I already trade stocks and stuff now, but I'm going to actually learn.
What platform do you use?
Charles Schwab, or they changed it to Charles Schwab. It was TD Ameritrade, and they bought them out. So I use Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim.
He ain't capping.
No, I'm not. I do this shit for real.
Sure. He's testing them.
No, I bought Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. I bought it at like $18 a stock. It's at 43 right now. So I'll be doing my homework. I read like a motherfucker. You got to read if you're gonna trade stocks. And whenever you go get you a financial advisor, if they don't beat the S&P 500, then they ain't shit. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm planning to beat the S&P 500. I want to be a good financial advisor. I want to take people's money, flip it for them. Because if you make people money, you make more money. It's the most fulfilling job you can have. It's high stress, but everybody's happy. Everybody got some money in their pocket.
Yeah. That's what it comes down to.
Yes, sir. But I got 2 more years. 2 more years or about a year, and I'll be done. Be ready to go. So that's why all this is office space upstairs. It's like, because then I'm going to take clients up there and have this down here. So, it's a 2 for 1. It'll be cool.
2 for.
Yes, sir.
Shebang.
But now I said, look, do you want to get to the news now? We can get to the news. Sorry. We can get to the news. Say,
y'all take it wherever you want. You take it wherever you want.
I said, man. I'm going to take it to the deep waters.
It's your world.
Now, what do you think? What do you think about the Putin, the Tucker Carlson interview? You see that?
Did you watch it?
No.
Man, he interviewed Putin. What? Okay, Tucker Carlson went to Russia and interviewed Putin.
I can't believe he even signed up for that.
Shit, I think it's badass. It's crazy. Like he said, like really, that liberal arts school, you take what you want out of it, and you know what I'm saying. You decide what's real and what's fake, what's propaganda and what's not. Because really, they make him seem like a bad guy. Because if you think about it, the U.S. does run a lot of the news all over the world.
Oh, for sure.
So all you hear is bad things about him. So it was different to hear him because he was kind of like joking with them. You know what I mean? He was like, well, who blew up the gas line? And he was like, you did, like joking with them. He's like, the CIA did it. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, who do you think did it? Who has the capability to do it? And like, really, who would? Like, who would blow that gas line to Germany? You know what I mean? Like,
oh, for sure.
They want to. They want to sell their gas to them, of course. Like, why would they do that? That makes no sense. Yeah. And then he was just talking about the history and like the Ukraine. Like, why are they even fighting over there? Like, why are they fighting over Ukraine? And like, that's what I'm learning right now in history is that they have the Ukraine back whenever like Catherine the Great, and that's like 1760s.
So when you say you're learning that in history, where are you learning that? Like,
Western civilization
in school?
School, yeah.
So their curriculum.
But this, I give my professor that. My professor, that's his field of study. Like he's at wars and actually been there.
It reminds me. Have you ever seen Good Will Hunting?
Oh, of course.
A long time. I haven't seen that shit in forever.
Have you seen it?
I know what it is, but I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, you would appreciate this movie, bro.
Nah, because I remember
Matt Damon, right?
I remember it out of a funny movie, and he was like, that sounds like the plot to Good Will Hunting.
Oh yeah.
So it's one of the first movies that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck did together. Yep. And Matt Damon's character is the janitor at MIT, which is the #1
he's smarter than all
engineer school in the United States. And he's solving these problems that the students can't, like in the dark when he's supposed to be cleaning. Anyways. He gets in a little macho intellectual war with someone at a dive bar there in Boston, and the dude starts like citing a history book or something like that, and Matt Damon retorts, is that all you learn is the book in school? Have you read this? Have you read this? Have you read this? The point is like, to truly know history, you can't just know what school taught you. You have to know several different outlets and different perspectives of what that time period looked like. If you're looking at, one time period, this author is going to have one perspective in telling this story. This author is going to have a different perspective in telling a different story.
Same with the Bible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We talked about before.
See, this is like, because that's what you got to do. You got to take what the professor tells you, the books, different books, and read for it yourself. Like I've done all of that, and it all comes back to the same stuff. Like that don't change. She still took the Ukraine. You ain't changing that. Like Catherine the Great took that, and that's what I said. She did it with pussy. Say that's what she was doing. Say she had sex with powerful men. She wasn't even Russian. She took over all of that. She made Russia what it is today, and so that's what Putin was going back to. And saying,
how old is this interview that you're referencing?
This is like only a few days ago.
A week.
Yeah.
Or so.
So where do people watch that at?
It's on Tucker Carlson's YouTube page. He quit Fox, or he got fired by Fox, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, he got fired by Fox, and so he's doing his own thing. And then like some world council or something interviewed him and was asking him about it. Like they were kind of like just verifying the whole story in the interview. They were like, "Well, did you talk to him before the interview? Did you talk to him after? Like, how did it go down? Like, did y'all plan it out?" And I guess he said all he did was it wasn't planned. He walked in there and then he kicked it with them afterwards and kind of just talked to him and stuff.
Picked his brain a little bit.
Yeah. and he was like, I don't know. I guess he was saying he's not as bad as people seem like. He said he's not siding with them or anything like that, but he just said there's just other stuff going on. But I don't know. That's just everybody judge it for themselves.
He's talking because Putin was telling them like, well, he's like, why are they fighting in Ukraine? If he's like, look what's happening at your border. He's like, why can't you do anything about the border? But you want to send millions or billions over there. He's like, why are y'all wasting money?
Yeah, he's like, he said, don't you have anything else better to do? That's what he was saying, like at home. And it's true.
As like we should worry about our problems here on our own soil. And, instead of being involved in their war or the war
what they got going.
Say, with that being said,
and that's facts, though.
And with that being said,
our shit's fucked.
Now, what do you think about the border thing? Like,
the immigration,
like the border crisis.
Man. Crisis.
I mean, it's a hard one, right? So we're a nation of immigrants, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what we're founded on: nation of immigrants of their country didn't want them, or to come over here to.
We're first generation.
Yeah,
find a better life.
To find a better life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to do better. So we understand all that, and more importantly, I mean, if life is so bad over there, isn't your duty as a parent to cross this imaginary border that's man-made to give your family a better life? Like I'll probably do the same thing. I'd probably try to legally cross too if I was over there to give my family the opportunity. So there's all that, and then there's the national security. We don't know who's crossing anymore. Recent studies show that only 1 out of 2 illegally crossing are Mexican. Only 1 out of 2. So the other ones are Pakistani, Ukrainian, Chinese. I mean, we literally don't know who's coming across the borders.
Yeah. Where's your numbers on that?
And a lot of
hey, no, I was just asking.
Hold on, let me get busy.
I want statistics.
But a lot of those that are crossing that you're mentioning too, they're men. There's not women. There's not kids.
No,
fighters.
And they're like military age, like you know what I'm saying. And they're groups like
suspicious, right?
If the guys are here, where are the kids? Where's the girl?
And I agree with that. But only to point out too, especially as we should know, back then too, it used to always be the males that come over here and work.
Yeah.
Then they bring them to their wives.
Yeah, later on
they'll bring their families. And I'm not saying like, oh, that's what they're doing. No, because times are different.
Yeah,
times are changing. Yeah. Yes, we're more at risk of.
And 9/11 didn't happen yet neither. So I'd say that.
Yeah, but that's just saying like
for sure.
For example,
false flag. Y'all familiar with the term false flag?
Yeah.
No.
So I won't lie.
Okay, right.
So I'm not a liar.
So I mean, if you study history, every successful civilization, all the way back to the Ming Dynasty, since we recorded human history, every civilization has committed false flags. False flag being you misrepresent an attack, being an outside source, so you can rally the country to go invade.
Oh, so like
I learned that it's like a yellow journalism,
exactly.
like that. But they get the news, like they get people all riled up though at home, and they're like, y'all need to go to war with them. Y'all got to fix this. Like with Spain. Whenever we went to war with Spain and started taking all the islands from Spain, like Cuba, like what is it called? We got in the Philippines, all of that stuff. We took everything from Spain, but that they call it yellow journalism. That's what they call it. So it's the same thing. But yeah, that's why I didn't know false flag.
Yeah, so false flag is. Some believe that Pearl Harbor, some conspiracies say that Pearl Harbor was a false flag. I don't know about that one. I haven't really dug that deep into that one. That was, before I lived. So it really kind of, I don't know, maybe it should be relevant, but I'm not as convicted on that one.
Yeah.
But 9/11, 100%. 100%. And who's to say though, like, have you ever ruled a Fortune 500 company and been the CEO of 1,000 people?
Yeah.
Now imagine being the CEO of a nation.
Yeah.
and you're saying, hey, you got to break a few eggs, make an omelet. Like it's for the good of
the greater good.
The greater good of what we need to do. Like
I don't feel like a president fully controls all of that. I feel like there's still someone above, like there's someone above him, like that kind of pulls the strings for him because Donald Trump's going through all this stuff right now. I feel like because he kind of like disrespected the intelligence community. Like he made them seem like nobody, like dumbasses. Like that's why he's going through all this stuff that he is right now.
So you know what the golden rule is, right?
So no, like give it to me.
Golden rule. Anybody?
What's the golden rule?
So traditionally people say golden rule is treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
But no, the golden rule is he who has the gold makes the rules.
There you go. Yeah.
So I mean that's why Trump doesn't have to succumb to all the higher ups. I mean look at all the people who are career politicians.
Mm-hmm.
They had not 6 figures in their bank account, and all of a sudden they're millionaires
That's
because
insider trading.
Yeah, well, it's all the dirty contracts and putting your son in and
scratch my back, I scratch
yours. Quid pro quo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Trump doesn't have to play by those rules because he was already independently wealthy. But I agree with you to that point that it definitely wasn't just all Bush Jr.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't all him. Definitely, he is a puppet in the whole system.
And most presidents have been, like you said. I mean, besides Trump, I mean, for the most part, that
Look, so
they've always been the face.
What do you think about this? Like how they're trying to keep him off all the ballots and stuff, like in Colorado and stuff. Okay, say if he gets elected, right? Colorado said he was never on the ballot. Like that's like Civil War type stuff. Like they're kind of in rebellion if they don't put Trump on the ballot.
I understand what you're saying, and I agree. There's definitely some controversy there. But if we're talking about Civil War type stuff, we're talking about our border right now. That is way more 1776 Revolutionary War type shit right there.
So do you think if they close the border up, do you think they stop drugs too when they stop the border?
Man, you know this, bro. The money makes the world go around.
Yeah,
he who has to go
stop, bro.
I'm saying, so do you think that's a thing though? Like, do you think that's something like they should even talk about if they're saying closing the border?
You watch Narcos, you know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying because just think about it. Like, okay, you know how China was our top trading partner, right? Okay, we're importing the most stuff from China.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico's the number 1 right now.
Yeah.
So how do you think they're getting drugs in now? Like. They'll never stop that. Like they're not gonna close the border. There's still illegal immigrants gonna come that way. Like it's gonna come right along with the products that we buy. You know what I mean? Like they're always gonna be shipping stuff here. Like
for sure.
So even if they close that border, it's still not gonna stop anything. Like
when they mean close the border, they mean like the entrance of them coming in, not products, not people that come in. Because there's a lot of people that
we're not
work.
talking about cargo. We're talking about
humans like from
and being able to document who.
But the
is
drugs
crossing.
already come like that though.
But humans have come in 18-wheelers too.
So have y'all seen? So this will get played later on, right? This is Tuesday, 2 days after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all seen the meme circulating? Oh, how awful. They got, security guards and gates and metal detectors keeping all these people at the Super Bowl. How awful. Like, why can't anybody just walk in? They have security. Yeah. Because you didn't buy a ticket. The Super Bowl is more secured than our borders.
Yeah, like the suites.
How does that make sense?
Possible?
How does that make sense? That I couldn't just walk in. I mean, what would happen if we would have tried to sneak our way into the Super Bowl? Could you imagine?
Hey, get the hell out of here! Hey, what are you doing?
They had top-notch security around all the suites. A lot of them Taylor Swift. I mean, they had
famous people.
They said they had a lot of security, in that because, like you said, they have to protect them. Can't allow just randoms in and strangers in. But like you said, I mean, it's just goes to show.
Anybody else notice my boy over here struggling on that scotch?
I've been drinking the fuck out of it.
Hey, what happened, bro?
Hey, so there's water in there now.
The ice disappeared.
Oh, what happened? Hey, can we get that cooler over here and get some more ice?
Okay, look, now I want to ask you another thing. What do you think about like that? Like the Israel and the Israel and Palestine thing. Okay, right? They said it's genocide. You think it's a genocide?
Man, I'd rather talk about something way more like abstract. I don't know. I haven't seen. Have y'all talked about like the concept of like flat Earth and
Yeah.
y'all have already unpacked some
I
of that.
know we haven't
No,
at
no.
all. We haven't at all.
I can show you on that shit.
I listen to a lot of people that talk about it.
Okay,
And
look, I am definitely not saying that the Earth is flat. All I'm saying is that a lot of times in civilization we just respect the elders. Like, hey, don't eat that. Like, already 4 cousins died from that. Like, don't eat that. Like, I don't need to sit here.
Our
and
ancestors.
I don't need to taste that. Like, I just trust it, right? So that's kind of how we take that, right? We take it as gospel. We took 9 planets in the solar system and the Earth revolving around. I mean, did y'all ever really put any thought into it? Just memorize what they told you?
No, someone could be wrong.
No. Have you ever like thought about it? Like, or did you memorize?
No,
He said I was hoping me and you were both
Yeah,
looking
a
at the
little
same
too much
star that
stuff.
one night.
For a little bit?
I like to get different opinions on it, man, because I'm open to listen and see people's opinions on it, because when I hear people talk about the flat Earth, I've heard even pilots say they're like, I don't see no curve, like there's nothing, but then at the same time I'm like, well, how do they know that the world is round? How? I mean, they say we landed on the moon, but bro, me personally, I don't believe that shit.
I feel like that was to
I
make
don't believe
Russia
it.
go
I
broke.
think it was bullshit.
Hold on real quick. I want to unpack a lot of what you said. Is there any way I can get some more ice? Do I want to
Hey, say ice, please. Say, come on, ice. Hey, no, I'm
Ice,
playing.
I'll just slide over there real quick.
No, you're good. No, hold on, no. Keep up. No, you're good.
I want to be like that. Like, give me a
Nah.
meatloaf.
What were you getting at? Okay, he said we didn't go to space.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, how do we know that the world is round? Because even people that say like the NASA videos, they're like, bro, that's filmed in Hollywood, bro.
Okay,
Like,
so
ain't no
100% the moon landing's fake.
that's what I'm saying.
100%.
That's what I'm saying.
I won't say.
So that happened in 1969. We're in 2024,
And can't get off.
and we can't replicate it. We can't get back there.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, and most people say, "Oh, well, it's because the aliens up there, the extraterrestrials."
No.
Have you heard of the Van Allen belt?
That sounds really familiar. I'm not
okay. Van Allen belt. It's the radiation. And it's a big belt because of our atmosphere, and it kicks off the neutrons. And I don't know. I'm not that smart, right? Anyways, it's a lot of radioactivity, and it's very hot in between us to the moon. So they would have had to navigate through that. Not only there, but back. And if you Google it now, it's like, oh yeah, they picked appreciate it, homie.
You're the man, bro.
like basically.
You the motherfucker.
Thank
man.
you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tim. I'll take the leftover.
My boy Keys over there. Appreciate it, bro.
Not
Let
all
me hit a little
heroes
bit
wear
of that.
capes. My bad. I got stingy. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, God.
Refill? Do we have any more ice? One more time. Can we
Nah, you good. Nah, you good.
Hold on, can we zoom in on that?
He's gonna flip that.
Hey,
He's
can
gonna
we
flip
zoom in
out.
on that ice that he gave him?
He said, I'm gonna go. He said, no ice.
It's cool.
All right. You didn't really like it anyways.
Yeah.
And I'm
Let me see the.
OT
So go ahead. What you
definitely
saying?
I mean, it just there's no way, and they've shown several clips where they've caught him off guard, and it's like, hey, why haven't we gone back? And it's like, we don't have the technology.
Yeah, bro. Like I seen that clip too, and I just don't, man. I just can't. I don't know. That's like too. Whenever they show you videos of like, oh, this is what you know what I mean, like an atomic.
So if
bomb,
you look up
like
any picture of planet Earth from the zoomed out view, it's all CGI. It's all computer generated. That's not real.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me, like nobody got an iPhone up there? Like we can't see. Like I mean, get out of here.
Yeah.
Like we don't have this all CGI. And again, I'm not saying that the Earth is flat, but I definitely agree with you that we haven't been to the moon.
yeah, that's
Why did they fake it?
We were in the Cold War. It was a flex on who had the best technology, right?
You think? I think it was just it was to make Russia go broke though. That's the real reason they wanted Russia to try to keep up. So that's why they went into debt trying to keep up with us, something that we never did. So they were spending money on it. Their people were starving, and so we could whoop their ass in war just in case.
That's the theory.
So you got to think, say, cold-hearted. So you got to think, keep
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
That's what it was for.
Controlling the masses.
That's what
dog.
CIA does. They destabilize countries so the U.S. can stay supreme all the time. That's why shit happens.
That's their
What the
job.
fuck's happening right now? Then, son of a
believe
bitch. I know you're hearing
I
us.
believe it. Like they that's what they do.
Yeah, for real, man. Yeah, that's just I don't know. It's a touchy subject because a lot of people are like, well, no, it's like this, but I also hear too where they're like, it's I think a what the hell they call it?
Firmament.
Firmament. They're like, because whenever
But not
something
dome.
passes, it's like water. And that's why I'm like, man, this is well,
Ball
that's
line.
Antarctica. I've heard.
So you're talking
Antarctica
about
is
something
good.
different, right? So you're talking about the ice wall. That's a perimeter. That's why they say that the South Pole, North Pole are no-go zones because they don't want you to get past the ice wall.
Yeah.
What
said they do
Joel's talking
experiments.
about is there being a dome. Think of the snow globe,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that you're not able to penetrate the firmament like the Bible says.
yeah.
Do you believe in the Bible?
I'm a believer.
Are you a believer in God or the Bible?
Man, I mean, I'm God.
Why do you believe in God and not the Bible?
Man, so crazy thing is, OT said he was gonna bring this up.
Yeah, you tell me.
In high school, in college, and a lot of my early adult life, I identified as agnostic. A lot of people confuse that with atheism.
Mhm.
Atheists clearly state there is not a God. They stand on that. Agnostic says we look at knowledge and we weigh knowledge and we're undetermined, basically, is kind of their stance. And that was kind of the school of thought I was in for the longest. And I feel like talking about being indoctrinated and going to school and being preached whatever they want you to learn, I feel like it was kind of science or God. Like they didn't coexist. And that, at least when I was in school, that was the beginning of science being very revolutionary. So I guess I kind of picked the science camp. I didn't think they aligned. Yeah. And as I got older and more intelligent, I realized, like, even if you look at it as a science perspective, like, for this all to be a coincidence is just it's astronomical. It doesn't make sense for it to be a coincidence. The way that everything, like the systems and processes, and the way that everything just depends on each other. Like, there is a design, there is a system. Now, is it the Christian designer? Is it the Buddhist? Is it you know? That's yet to me, seen. But the way everything is just in place. It's not just chaos. It wasn't two atoms bumped into each other, and this is where we are today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, that's what I was telling them. It's funny that you said that because that's what scientists back then, like in the Enlightenment, they were like, the way to get closer to God is to understand the universe and the way it works and the way the world works, and that God is a clockmaker, and God built this clock, set it, and left it and walked away. And that there's laws that can't be broken, and that's like the laws of physics and stuff like that. Science and God, they're saying basically go together,
coexist. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. That's kind of the way I believe it. Like, stuff doesn't just happen just to happen. It's laws, like laws that just can't be broken. It's stuff that's always gonna happen. Mm-hmm. The world's gonna go around. Everything, the galaxy, everything. Like, it's all a clock. It's
for
all,
sure.
And that's what God created and God said.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
But even like that, with believing in God, we discussed this before. I think we touched on a couple of times. Just like you said, I mean, they lead you to believe whatever they want you to.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, religion,
I believe the Bible's used for power. They used it for power and to keep power. A lot of different people did.
Yeah, for different reasons.
Yeah.
So what school of thought are you?
I'm saying that the Catholic Church, like, safeguarded the Bible in Latin.
Let me back up.
All the way to the Holy Roman Empire.
Are you a believer? And
yeah,
what do you believe?
I believe in God. I believe in God, but not religions. I don't believe in the religions. I believe there's a God out there. I believe everybody has the same God.
Do you believe it's a Christian God?
No, I believe everybody has the same God. And I believe everybody interpreted it their own way for their own power and their own belief and where they came from and what worked best for them. And that's human nature to do that, for power.
Yeah.
And I believe there's one God.
So how do you worship your God?
No one can't tell you. I believe that's just within the person.
No,
Like,
you personally though, right? So like the Catholics could tell OT how he should worship
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
Catholic.
No,
At the Baptist, I go to church on Sunday. They tell me how I should.
yeah,
But
for sure.
being your belief system, how do you worship God?
I just believe you just have to believe there's something bigger. Like it's not I wouldn't say it's like a worship
do
or
you
anything
pray?
like that.
Do you talk to your God?
Yeah, like in my own way. But that's what I'm saying. Like a religion couldn't tell me how to do it though, because a religion was made by a man. The Bible was written by a man, copied by a man, written over and over by a man. Like we could have been drinking we could have been drinking this right here, and we could have wrote the Bible.
So you don't believe in anything made by a man?
Yeah, I believe it's stuff made by a man, but if you can
Because
prove
you
it,
was made by a man.
yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like I could have wrote a book. I could have wrote a fiction book, and it could be a good book. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of good stories in there, but how much of it is real and how much of it is fake, you never know. But there has to be some truth in it. But all of it is most likely not real because it was repeated over and over and over again. And you got to think of all the wars that happened over religion. The Bible moving around. Yeah. So how many people do you think changed it for their own?
How many people died for that shit, dog? How many people really died for
Christians have
like,
killed the most people ever over religion.
Unfortunately.
There's nobody that's killed more people over religion than Christian. Like nobody.
I mean,
I don't have the number, but you sound pretty convicted, so I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
We got
Well, just like they say,
can we verify over there in the
the
booth?
United States based off religion,
Yeah, that's why there's religious freedom and stuff. Like there's Protestants. That's the whole reason the Protestants in Europe, you know what I mean? The Catholic Church, they didn't like Protestants because Protestants said, why do we need the Catholic Church to read us the Bible when we could just read it ourselves and get educated and learn how to translate it? And we take the Bible for what we want to take it for.
So are you saying Protestants? This is a tangent real quick. It's not completely, but one of the most moving experiences that I've ever had in my life, going to the Boston Holocaust Museum. And one of the famous quotes is, they came for the Protestants and I didn't say anything because I wasn't a Protestant. Then they came for the Catholics and I didn't say anything because I wasn't a Catholic. Then they came for the Jews.
Yeah, that's what gives me chills too. Like it gives me chills, like say that, but the stuff that I'm telling you, the Protestants,
so
they had already.
Let me just say the last line. The last line of that is, and then they came for me, and there was no one left to say anything.
Yeah.
And the point is, stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're a Catholic, a Jew, if you see injustice, stand up.
Yeah,
for
sure. That's exactly what I mean, and that's why is because it goes back as far as that because they had already expelled the Jews. Everybody did. And they took in the Jews because they knew how to run society already. They were good people. They knew how to save their money. They knew how to run society, and they were like good middle class people. But whenever they're Catholics and Protestants, they're killing each other. The Jews are already gone. You know what I mean? Like they're gone helping other people outside of that. But this is like the Holy Roman Empire. This is like all the way back then. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, for sure.
That's how the kings held their power. So you think about it, the king and the church were together. So how can this Bible be real? If they were safeguarding it and killing people over it, you know what I mean? Like they killed people over translating it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not well equipped with knowledge to be able to defend.
No, it's totally fine though. But I'm just saying,
I'll bring somebody in here that'll whoop your ass in this.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. But I'm saying just
Pastor Bob over here.
Well, I mean,
no, I'm saying because I'm pretty sure it'll ruffle people's feathers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it will.
I'm sure it will because I think it's a touchy subject because you never mess with anybody's religion because that shit causes war. Like you don't mess with people's religion.
Yeah.
And I totally believe that.
I'm just messing. No.
And I'm saying I don't.
Bring them.
Bring it, no.
He's like, tell him, come on right now.
When you leave, he's like, you think he can't argue with me?
Yeah, if he's listening out there, you better come on with it.
No, but I think it's a good talk though. Like I think it's a good talk to have. You know what I mean? Like I'm open to ideas. I'm not closed minded, like I said. But I just think people should be open to it though. Like even someone that's a pastor. You know what I'm saying? I would say this to a pastor, anyone. Like
so let me just give you an analogy, right? So like let's say we start talking about diets. And
he said, "I'm fat." And I'm messing with you.
You fat.
No, I'm messing with you. Go ahead. Now go ahead.
No, it's time to go.
No, I'm messing with you.
Mama called.
Well,
No, go ahead. No, I want you to
okay,
finish.
so let's say we start talking about diets, right? And you're like, oh, I heard the keto is better and the Mediterranean diet. And I was like, no, bro, let me tell you about it. And I started telling you what diet you should do, and you should do the South Beach diet, right?
Yeah.
And then you asked me, well, out of them 8 diets we just talked about, how many of them have you tried?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, just one. So out of them religions that you're denying, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, how many of them have you studied before you're denying them?
So, say really, Pastor Joel. So I grew up in the church. And I didn't like it. No. I'm not saying that. No.
I've looked into a lot of them, bro. Even into satanic shit. Like, and they all kind of have the same different shit, bro.
The same different shit.
Almost the same, bro.
He said same difference.
It's the same. Look,
Wait,
nah,
what?
because it's about pretty much pushing their shit on you. Satanic shit is just the opposite of what the Bible said. It's just a total opposite.
Pushing a narrative.
Bro. Like,
everybody's pushing a narrative.
It says, why should you love your neighbor and blah, blah, blah. Like, I've literally read it, dog. So that's how I know. I'm like, yeah, this shit's pretty much just reversed. Buddhism believes in everything, like even human, like, I mean, like animals, everything, like everything that has life, bro, you should cherish it. So that's a great thing. Islam, they got a lot of rules, bro, but they don't eat pork. They're like real into the health of what you eat and what you're intaking, your body.
What? That's one pillar of their religion. That's
Right,
what.
Yeah, but they'll say, but
And so you think they're health conscious? No, they just have a strict interpretation of the Bible because that's what the original
exactly,
Bible
but that's what I'm saying.
says.
I'm simply just giving you.
It's not because they're healthy.
Nah, bro.
No,
I'm simply giving.
They're vegans.
But bro,
All right, Josh, give me a second, Josh. Look, Josh.
No, people have been scared of Islam since back then. Though everyone was scared of the Ottoman Empire. Everybody's been scared of the Ottoman Empire.
Give me a second, Josh.
Islam.
I'm trying to talk here.
Hey, I didn't let him talk.
I'm giving
My
you just
bad.
things that each religion has that's like a good thing where I'm like, hey, I respect that. You know, okay, I respect that.
Learn from everybody.
Yeah, learning from everybody, not being a dick. Like, oh, well, you're wrong. Well, no, you're wrong. Because that's what a lot of Christianity pushes. Like, oh, no, ain't no way in hell that's wrong. Because why? Because you're just so, oh, well, the Bible tells us not to question. But you should be questioning. You should be wondering. You should be asking because, like, bro, how you're just gonna automatically believe it? Like, okay, yeah, you're right. Like to me, it's just like, nah, brother.
Okay,
there's a bigger meaning.
And let's keep that same
You know?
sentiment.
Right.
Oh, right, you should just believe it. Like, so you just believe the Earth is round and that there's 9 planets, and now we change it
Look
to
at his
8.
face.
And,
Yeah,
and
nah,
now
I don't believe none of that
we
shit.
made
Yeah,
it to the
that's what I'm saying.
moon, and
I don't-
you know, like.
You know what I'm saying? It's all the same. I mean,
Don't be quiet now, Lou.
it all gets the same.
Okay,
Now
so-
you
so,
getting
hey,
involved.
Hey,
dude.
hey,
Take
we're gonna
care.
circle back to the flat Earth real quick. Religion is a little heated, you know what I'm saying? So,
Maybe for y'all, be
Hey, that guy don't believe in God.
Believe me.
I don't believe. Look, we
Well,
brought him
I
in.
grew up in church. You know,
so that's why I'm open-minded.
You know, we grew up in church. You know, his dad's a pastor.
Strict,
you know?
though, but strict
Yeah.
though.
I was
I grew
born
up in a
into that shit.
Pentecostal church. You know,
They
And-
called
is
it
that why you always
worldly.
wore dresses?
That's it.
No, I was a little kid though. Whenever
Dang,
my mom
that
used to
makes
say,
a lot
she
more
said,
sense.
"Y'all are listening to worldly music," and I said, she talking about worldly music. I said, "What the hell is that?" I said, "It makes you spin or what?" I said, "I don't know what the hell that is."
Yeah.
Secular music.
But it's so different now that I'm older. I think about it, it's like,
That's too
Makes sense,
sheltered.
right?
That's way too sheltered too, though. That's
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah,
even looking
yeah,
at the real
yeah.
world. Like if
because
you're
they're telling you only this religion is the way to get God, and this others they're not.
and you have yours, you know what I mean? I say, what if we strongly believed in our religion? We might have never been friends or something. Like, what do you say? He believes wrong. But,
Yeah,
hey, we can't talk to him.
You're an
Nah.
infidel, but I'm gonna pray for you, dog.
Yeah, because like he said, I mean, we just don't know. You don't know who's right, bro. Like we really don't. Like we can sit here and say, well, mine's right.
Well,
We really can't, bro.
What made you
Like
choose
you really
yours?
can't because, like I said, Christianity.
but
like
here's
you
the thing,
said,
though.
it-
If you're a believer,
I mean,
if you're a believer, you believe that you are right. So I mean, I get what you're saying from an intellectual standpoint that I can prove that 2 + 2 = 4,
yeah,
and I can't prove the Christian God over the Islamic God or whatever, right?
or vice versa.
You know, it's faith. That's what faith
Exactly.
is. You know,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
improve. Yeah.
But that's why it's good to live in the United States, because there's freedom of religion.
Hell yeah.
And I believe
Everything.
whatever floats anybody's boat. That's what I believe. Even with the transsexual stuff and all that.
Bro,
whatever
okay,
floats your boat.
all right,
but just
all
don't push
right.
it.
So, all right,
No,
all right.
but I'm saying.
Hold on.
Listen, you didn't let me finish my sentence, but I'm saying don't push it on my kid, though. Like, I don't like that.
Well, say
Whatever
with
floats your boat, don't push it on my
Okay, y'all
kid.
see with the Ice Spice thing where she was throwing up the little devil signs and she grabbed the upside down cross. You know, at the Super Bowl. I don't know if y'all seen that. There's
No,
images and
I haven't
video
seen
of
it yet.
And the way she did it didn't make it seem like she's flaunting something, like she's doing like a sign like this, and then all of a sudden she grabs a chain and it's like an upside down cross, right? And everyone's like, oh, you know, or if I look deep into it, you know, then the Taylor Swift 13, her number's 13. That's the devil number. But I had a discussion today with people at work. I don't think it's necessary those people are worshiping the devil or anything like that. I think what people fail to realize is that the devil is here. The evilness is here. The wicked ways are around and they're here. That's just like there's good spirits and good presence. There's those bad presence. There's those evil presence that people don't realize, but it's in our face all the time. It's just little things like that.
That's what I want you to know. I believe too. Like if there is a good, then there is a bad too. Like I believe that, then there is a bad. Like no matter any religion, there's a bad.
Yeah, because people always boast that she's Illuminati and. No, she's doing that. That she had that Balenciaga, shirt on. They say, that's satanic and that's devil worshiping stuff. And so,
I mean, they did have a kid and some weird shit on their website, though.
Yes. So
I ain't with that shit.
it's like one thing. I think it's more about. No, it's just even TV. They want to put the more evil stuff out there. It's not that certain person is a devil worshiper, like they said about Doja Cat. It's not that person is a devil worshiper, but the people that control them and control their career. They want to maybe paint that image because they want that evilness out there.
They signed a contract.
They want that
So
evilness
they gotta
out
do
there
what they
to the
signed up
world to show them, saying this is a cool thing. It's just like I said, propaganda in a way. It's just fake news. I mean, people they're trying to influence people a certain way.
Like, what do you think about that? Like your kids watching certain stuff.
So, first of all, the kids are older. Youngest kid now is freshman at Tech, or was. He's 19. So, not kids per se, but I definitely, they push the agenda on us. And right now, one of my daughters, she's a lesbian, and I love her, and whatever her choice to make her happy, right? But I've said it in front of her, they push the agenda down. Like every episode now has a gay character on it, and I get like that's a normal part of life now, right? Mm-hmm. That these people are who they are, but like it seems like an agenda.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you know that this is the gayest generation? This is the gayest generation that there is. Like statistically
if you go
speaking,
those conspiracy theories, I mean, you can go down all kinds of rabbit holes, but that's one of them. Is that they're polluting our water and chemtrails and making us infertile, and they're pushing the gay agenda because obviously gay people don't procreate, and we're trying to slow down, the world population. Yeah. I mean, whether or not that's true or not, who knows? We'll probably never be powerful enough to know that.
No, I think as a human race, I think we would. That's another conversation. I think just like animals have their natural instincts, when it comes to protecting one another or something. I think us as a human race, say something was to say aliens start coming, and attacking us as a human race, or we get attacked on our own soil from another country. I think as a whole, religion and differences would be set aside to where the human race would just come together.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just naturally, automatically. I think there'll be stuff that will come out of us that we didn't know we had. Same when it comes down to crunch time like that, like as they predict. Because they say aliens are going to be on Earth in 27.
Hey, look, someone says all religious textbooks have been altered to benefit of the evil, or they said to the benefit of the evil.
What's that off of?
Facebook.
Are we live?
Hell yeah, you're natural. You did good. I just wanted to tell you, you did really fucking good. Nah, for real, I liked it. No, you're good. No, but that's another thing I wanted to ask you though. Like with your like religion and stuff, that's cool that you like you'd even accept that though. Like you say your daughter, like that's cool that you even brought that up. That's why I said you did badass today. Say you
Right
did
on.
you
Give
did
him
a
a hand applause.
not for real. You not for real. Hey, not for real. You did a hell of a podcast. Nah, because you got a lot to say. I like
My
it.
bad. I told you I'm not shy. I can be.
No,
Yeah.
hell no.
Take your
You know
time.
what? Because I brought my friend on here one time and he was super shy. Like he changed up, like the way I
He's
know
not
him.
really not like that.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not like that. Like a loud dude, and then in breath he was like, hey, yeah. Like he started whispering in the mic like that. I said, man, come on.
The scotch might help, you know.
No,
those nerves
definitely.
a little bit.
Hey, so they said truth serum.
For real.
Hit him.
For
Hit
real.
him.
Nah, you did it smooth though.
Yeah, he did it smooth. Hey,
Is
so,
that it? We wrap?
yeah, so we're gonna wrap. So that was the Grind and Prosper podcast. Say thank y'all for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, AJ, appreciate you coming through, man. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm glad to see you doing good, you know, and continue to grind so you could prosper like we're trying to do here, you know. So
Yes, sir. Oh, I like how you just plug that in.
Say it like that, you know.
Continue to grind so you can prosper.
Yes, sir.
Oh, slide that.
Already.